Yo, welcome in everyone. Hopefully, the audio is good. Everything should be working. If anyone's in here and can hear me and make sure everything's good, let me know. But welcome in and happy holidays to everyone. Uh, we're just here. Decided to do a little live stream while we're here since we didn't have a whole lot else going on. It's the holidays. It's late night here, especially in Paris now. That's where we are right now for almost a week, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then we leave we'll be back in the U.S. in a week. So we're here in Paris, just kind of hanging out, enjoying the holidays here, which has been a very hectic day outside. Doesn't seem like a lot shuts down. Everything's open. Even the barber shop across the street's open today, all day, like normal. Kind of a little weird, but hey, what are you going to do? So we just decided to come on, say happy holidays, and talk to you guys, see what you guys did for your holidays. We did not do much because unfortunately, as soon as we got here, Sam decided to get a little bit sick.
I didn't decide it. Immediately got sick. Yeah, couldn't even move. So I had to spend 2 full days on bed.
Yeah, so the first 2 days were very uneventful, but that's okay. It happens. That's what it is. And then I decided to get a little bit under the weather today too. So today's been kind of just chill. Tomorrow we got a couple plans, and then just relax and see the city again for a couple days. It's not the first time we've been here, so it's not like we need to go run around crazy but
Yeah, we have seen pretty much like all the mainstream spots. We already saw them. So maybe just try to see new stuff.
exactly a couple things. So what did you guys, anyone in the chat, do for the holidays? Because I know it's earlier in the U.S. It's kind of an inopportune time to do this, but it kind of worked for us. It wasn't super late here. It's 11 p.m. again, but in the U.S. obviously it's still in the afternoon, early evening, so not the greatest time to do a live stream. But hey, thought we would just come on, talk about kind of what we've been up to, what's coming up, and field any questions anyone has. And again, I don't expect a whole lot of people to be on here, and that's fine. What do you expect? It is the holidays. People are traveling. People are busy doing their family stuff, eating, all that stuff. So, I mean.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, now I think I figured out too. Also, I'm going to complain about my knees probably a couple times because my legs are really sore from our long overnight excursion a few days ago. And now I remember why too. We also climbed the arch before that, the day before that, so that didn't help at all either. So my knees are absolutely killing me.
Sucks to be you.
What's the hairband? What is that? Oh, okay, Joey. Yeah, sure, no problem. We'll get right over there. I don't know if it fell off the tower though, because you'd have to explain, because you can't actually get to the base of the tower, at least anymore. It's not under construction like it was last time we were here. Last time it had scaffolding all around it. It doesn't seem to have that anymore, but we'll get right on that. We'll find that important piece for Yvette right away. We want a finder's fee if we do find it. But yeah, it's we decided to spend the night out the other night doing some filming, and yeah, I'm just really sore from that. I'm still recovering. So tomorrow should be fun, walking around again.
See, it was 4 years ago.
It should still be there. Yeah, and I'm gonna guess that it's not. I'm just going off of, an inkling here. I'm gonna guess that it absolutely is not.
You never know, so.
That is true. It absolutely. I mean, you never know. It could be, but I'm gonna guess no. I'm gonna guess no. And I'm sure that was already replaced by now. How they celebrate, and well, Joey just went over this. I thought everything would be closed, so we stocked up on a bunch of stuff just to make sure everything was open like normal. Even earlier, it was just like the barber shop across the street was open normal time, and they closed around 9 or 10 tonight. The little barber shop. We thought everything would be closed, but apparently they just run as normal and it's not decorated at all. It is not decorated at all.
No, not the apartment complex. Mostly just the popular areas that are decorated with Christmas stuff.
Yeah,
But other than that, they don't really put the lights or anything.
yeah, we are on the north side, a little bit more the northern, kind of northwestern side of Paris right now, and the most that they put up is literally the Eiffel Tower. They kind of lit it up with their sparkle lights, which was
I'm pretty sure they do that every night.
maybe yeah, wasn't anything spectacular to
Just
be
like
honest.
the mall area, shops that decorate, but apartments itself, no, just nothing.
Yeah, there's a few people who have like some patios or balconies, and they kind of put some lights out, but really not many. I've literally seen like four, maybe, or five that have done it. But businesses, they're all just normal. Restaurants, they're all just normal. So, yeah,
I will say that maybe they're gonna close everything just for New Year's, because that's maybe it's like a huge deal in almost everywhere.
maybe we haven't seen any signs. There was a restaurant we went to last time, and we did try to go back to it. And there's a couple of restaurants we've seen that everything's just all the chairs are all folded up, everything, and they basically, especially the one we went to, they put a note saying basically like we'll reopen on the 27th. So they're literally just closed for like 4 or 5 days. Why, I don't know. So that's why we thought everything would be maybe shut down today, especially. But no, everything's open still, just as normal. So it's kind of yeah. I could definitely see that. I mean, you think that they would at least some of the monuments and stuff too, especially as travel is much more prominent right now than it was even a year and a half ago when we were here. But there's not. There's really not.
Honestly, I was expecting more people to see more tourists because of Christmas, but no. I guess because of the weather. I was expecting to see snow, but snow doesn't really snow. It's just raining, just most of the rain. So maybe that's why people are like, "Nah, fuck that. We're not gonna deal with that."
Yeah, the weather's been better than we thought it would be.
No, yeah, but if it's raining,
Well, it's been raining off and on, but it's only been about 45 degrees. It hasn't been that bad actually. Like we were expecting it to be actually colder. And even when we went out overnight, I mean, I just wore a long sleeve.
I was asking about the World Cup. Well, there was some kind of riots on the news, so I'm assuming they haven't really got over their loss.
Yeah, certain areas. I saw something, yeah, some video stuff earlier, and I was like, okay, like, it'll be okay, guys. Wait 4 more years.
But there were a couple of tourists that they were Hispanic, so they were wearing the Argentina jerseys. So I'm assuming that some people were kind of pissed just to see that.
Yeah, I remember especially the one kid that we saw going up the arch. He was wearing the Messi jersey. So yeah, I'm sure some people were not super thrilled, but then again, in that area too, a lot of those are tourists, so they don't care anyways. But just walking around the city, yeah, probably not the smartest idea to do. But for the most part, everyone seemed pretty.
Yeah.
It seems pretty normal. I mean, maybe you have to go to certain areas or out of the main city or something.
Yeah, because soccer,
say.
they take soccer really, it's really important for Europeans and most of the world.
Well, and it's only once every 4 years, so maybe you guys should do it more. Every
No,
couple of years instead.
no, that will lose, If you do it every day, there's not like a huge deal. So,
But you do.
no,
Not the World Cup, but soccer. in
the
general.
World Cup is every 4 years, so that's what makes it special.
The Super Bowl is every year, and it's the most popular thing there is.
Because I don't know why America's so weird. So
We don't have near as many teams, obviously.
I will
Competing
I
for it.
will say that it would be more exciting if the U.S. could compete with different teams on the world, so they could be like a world championship.
Where was El Salvador this year?
Shut up! I'm talking right now.
Yeah. The U.S., I believe, was in the World Cup this year. Didn't end well, obviously, but what do you expect? America invests easily a quarter of what almost any other country does in the sense of soccer. Um, so what did you guys do today? How was your guys' holidays? Anything special happen there in the U.S. or just normal day? Well, they should have done that after our last trip, Joey. So obviously, no. They appreciate our money and tourism.
I would say that it is true though that people from France they don't really like tourists from the U.S. or somebody that speaks just English because they can be dicks.
Everyone's been. I mean, most of the stuff you don't really have in France. You don't have to really do a lot of talking because you know you can kind of figure everything out. You have cell signal. You can do translate if you need to. It was just the one guy at the one Aldi store. Yeah, that guy was kind of a dick. That guy was a dick. I don't know what his problem was.
Yeah, you know what to say. They just don't like people if you don't speak French. So they're like, oh.
Yeah, but yeah, for the most part, though, everyone's been as usual. Like last time we were here, everyone's
Tourist
pretty cool.
areas, yes, but because we were in.
Yeah, we're in the more actual kind of out of the main city area,
Yeah.
so we're away from the tourist spots. All right, we will refresh that story in 4 years, and we'll see what happens. Either those words will be true, or that'll be a terrible outtake in prediction.
We'll see how that works.
Yeah, we'll see how
it's
that
gonna,
goes.
It's gonna be weird, especially because it's gonna be held in three countries: Canada, the U.S., and Mexico.
Oh yeah, That's the weird one where it's not just U.S. It's multiple places around. Yeah, that's right. You explained that to me.
Well, we'll see.
That'll be interesting. Uh, well, what is too damn cold, Joey? That's not very specific. It's not very specific. Right now in Paris, though, because of your other question about Paris, it's like I don't know, probably like 40, 40 degrees.
47.
47 Fahrenheit. Yeah, so we were expecting 30s, to be honest, when we were gonna be here, but
It's not. It's not that cold. That's what I'm kind of pissed because I wanted to see like snow at least. It's just rain.
yeah, no, that's true. We did kind of want to see a little snow, especially over some of the main things like the Eiffel Tower and
The
stuff.
tower to see it, covered with snow and everything would look nice, but it's just raining, so it's just so muddy.
Yeah, which I mean, which is good for me. I could care less. The high here for West Virginia, yeah, and we'll high 20s today there. Yeah, well, hey, even for me back home, it's 2 degrees right now, which is actually kind of warm. It is midday there though, so the sun's out, so it'll probably plummet again. Because I saw the other day, I think the day we left, we got here, it was -20 for me back home.
Well, there were a lot of news in the U.S., especially the Friday, because of the polar vortex in the U.S. that went down. So even in Houston, it was in the lowers. What, five?
Yeah,
Five
you
degrees?
said it was 5
It
degrees.
was 5 degrees in Houston.
And I have to ask too, because Joey, you were on with Traveling Fools last night. I saw, so there's a little promotion. Traveling Fools channel, check him out. Did he say Florida hit 0? Somewhere, or maybe John's a good question to ask, because I heard someone saying Florida it hit 0 at some area or something like that.
People were surprised in Florida, just in general.
I mean, I'm guessing it's very North
Oh
Florida,
yeah,
of
but
course.
it never gets that cold over there.
Oh yeah, no, not like that. I mean,
So this is just one of those like weird phenomena that happens.
phenomenals.
Should I-
The Sorgi, Sister 21, 13, roughly 4, feels like it's 4. Yeah. With wind, the wind is a killer. Because it can be like 30, it can be 20 out. But if you have a strong wind, that's going to kill you. You fell asleep watching the Packers. Was it that boring of a game? I mean, what's going on? That's I can't keep track of with the time zone difference too. I forget when bowl games are playing, so I have to just go to ESPN later or see a YouTube of like live stream going on now of a game, and I'm like, oh yeah, there are people playing today because we're like 7, 8 hours ahead. So the Packers win, Sorgi. Oh, good game. You were just tired. Yeah, it happens. I'm not going to sit here and act like I've never fallen asleep during a football game before. That's happened maybe a few too many times. Are you going to go meet Joey too? You and Joey should link up. Joey's in the middle of nowhere in West Virginia, though. It might not be safe. Sorry. So, yeah, again, it's the holidays, but yeah, there's really we thought we were expecting Paris to be a lot more lively. I think it's again maybe it is the tourist areas. I will say the main areas were really busy though. The other day when we were walking through to the arch, but I don't know if that's normal or just because it's the holidays or shopping or tourism because it was
I
like
would say it looked like that area because there was a huge shopping area, so they were just getting Christmas gift.
yeah, well, and I agree with that too. But I don't know if it was just overcrowded, also because you could tell there were a lot of tourists though, kind of like the big groups that kind of travel and do a tour. There were quite a few of those.
It didn't really take us that long to get onto the top of the arch.
Oh yeah, no, well, it would have, but when we came down, we always seem to miss lines. We're very fortunate with that because when we came down, that line was like 3 times longer to go up the arch than when we left. Oh, well, Joey, you're gonna love where we went the other day and filmed. So if you want to check that out, check out the Instagram and our TikTok account, which is in the description of the video. As we got to tour a certain location the other day from a certain music video, maybe from a certain band that Joey just mentioned. Perhaps I don't know. You'll have to go. You'll have to go look and see.
My dad does that a lot.
Yeah, I don't. I really don't. I don't watch soccer, so yeah. But football, I've fallen asleep during many games, and like you just said, Dad passes out.
Yeah, man, he gets pissed if I turn off the TV. He's like, I'm watching that.
Like, no, you're not. It's one of those things that, I mean, it happens. And especially when it's a late night. If it's a late night game, especially, like for us in Central Time watching a West Coast game that starts at like 8 p.m. Pacific Time, it's like, oh, crap. Because that thing's not ending until 1:32 in the morning.
Yeah, you have done that many times.
Yes, it happens. It happens. Especially when you get older.
You're not even that old yet.
I'm becoming distinguished.
No.
That was a little cocky, maybe, but. So John, how is Florida? I saw you put up here Pensacola got maybe into 0. Where did it go?
Right there.
Oh, no, it was Joey. I thought that was you, John. Sorry. Yeah, again, northern Florida and stuff in certain areas maybe, but I was like, definitely not, South Florida, not Miami and stuff like that. When if that hit 0, the state of Florida would shut down. I think. I'm not sure.
I bet they will. Houston did. Not this time, but that one time there's snow. Just the cities are just not built for cold weather.
No, I mean it's Texas too. Texas rains or gets any snow and it shuts down. Even rain, people freak out. So when it gets snow, they're like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, 'cause city is not really built for anything. Hey, but whenever it shuts down, it's good for me because I don't have to go to work. So
Last night's hauntings, the hauntings of my poor knees from the night before. Yeah, that was the haunting for me last night. Was my poor knees killing me. Ah,
and if you said 4 hours, it was almost 6 hours.
it was. I said 4.5 to 5.
I was counting; it was almost 6 hours.
Yeah, I said we were on there 4.5 to 5 hours because I text Joey being like, "Hey, if I don't text you in like 15 hours, call the authorities." And I almost forgot to text him.
Honestly, I was kind of worried because it's raining a lot here in Paris. So obviously, all the water is gonna go down there. So last time that we went, and the water reaches to my knees. So yeah, I was expecting to see something worse, to be honest.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. It actually wasn't that bad.
It was.
It actually was not that bad. I'm actually surprised that it wasn't higher because we did expect it to be higher, especially in a couple areas. But
Well, there was the one area that actually almost got,
that's the area we didn't go into, right?
no, we passed one area that was really, the water was kind of high.
Is it
And then
the well?
No, it was afterwards.
Was it afterwards? Okay, I don't even remember that part of it specifically. A lot of it's such a blur because a lot of it's so similar and the same, and you don't even know where you are half the time.
The other thing that I like is that we found a bunch of people, also exploring down there. So that kind of like gave me more like, oh, to feel more secure or feel safe because I'm like, oh, there's more people. So
That is true. That is true. This time we actually ran into one girl by herself leaving, and then the four people later on, like 5-10 minutes later, maybe. Joey, are you asking for a spoiler alert? I don't really have that footage, but if you really, really want something, I can pull up the first one, which will be premiering in 3 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks, the first one. And, hey, see you, Sorgi. Have fun, enjoy your food, and thanks for dropping in. Appreciate it, especially on a holiday because, everyone's busy. It's an inopportune time for the U.S. We totally understand that. That's why we figured a lot of people probably wouldn't be in here tonight. So it's cool you guys could come in and say hi. So you have fun. Enjoy the rest of your holiday there. Ooh, Italian rice meatballs. Ooh, okay, that sounds good. Yeah, I wouldn't miss that either. What you're going to expect? I'm going to put a warning out to people if whenever these come out, if you are kind of claustrophobic, don't watch them. I'm just going to be straight up front. If you're claustrophobic, don't watch these because there are some areas where even I couldn't. It was tough for me, and these weren't even the difficult areas that we're aware of, and I was struggling to get through just because of my knees and my back. You're crawling and hitting the wall, hitting the rooftop, like getting through these areas, these passages. It's muddy, it's wet. It's like, I mean, I there's, I don't even know how to explain it. How would you explain like what the videos? Because like you've seen the two first videos. Obviously, we haven't edited this last one. We just did. But how would you explain it?
I don't know, wet, dark.
Wet and dark. That's a great description. Wet and dark, water. Yeah, it's so hard to explain the experience.
Even for someone like me, I'm really short, so I was struggling, especially those areas that we had to, kind of like squeeze.
Yeah, there was the one area where the water was actually not that deep, really not that deep, but we actually had to crawl through the tunnel. And so with the water there, obviously then you're down trying to crawl through this muddy water through this little tunnel area. That and then just the low crouch areas were the worst of it. And I don't remember if we were filming because I had to hand you the camera to check it. We almost went through one tunnel area where we saw it get deeper and it just kind of go off into like a side corner, so you couldn't see how far it went, and it was full of water. Not surprising, but he tried to step in, and the water went like above, kind of like above his knee thigh level. So I was like, okay, let me check. And as soon as I went in, it came up to like above my knee area, but it literally felt like 6-7 inches of literally just pure, like, I don't even know how to describe it, like sunken mud at the bottom, almost like you would just sink into it. I was like, I took like 1 step, 2 steps, and I was like, no. We don't know where this tunnel goes, and we're not going in there. If you went in there and you ended up sinking in a little bit, you were probably not going to get back out, or it would not be pleasant. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which means we would have lost.
It's kind of crazy that sometimes you just find people randomly like alone, just exploring. The catacombs. I'm like, they have balls. Like I wouldn't be doing that.
Oh yeah, we never found where the music was coming from.
No, it wasn't. It was with a huge group.
Maybe it was. I don't know. We never asked, but yeah, we were there. It was probably like 3.5 hours into it in the back when we were trying to regroup and look at the little map. And this guy just by himself with like this huge kind of duffel bag just walks out of the darkness from this one tunnel. He's like, hey, and just keeps going. We're like, where the hell did he come from? And that was the tunnel we went down at the end, and there was nothing there. We're like, where did he come from?
They were just chilling.
Maybe. I was like, where did he come from?
So that was the locals say that people they explore, they actually sleep there, they cook over there, and they just stay over there.
I will say the worst. It wasn't so bad at the beginning. It was a little alarming this last time. But when we went in, across from where we enter, there was a backpack, clean, like kind of like a hiker's backpack. The top was open. Nothing really in it that I could see, but I didn't want to touch it. It looked like someone just set it down there and it had gone into the catacomb area. But next to the entry, there was also 2 pairs of shoes sitting there kind of neatly, look clean. So we're like, okay, these people must have changed into something else. When we left, they were all still there.
No, the backpack was gone.
Was the backpack gone, but the shoes were there?
The shoes were
okay.
There. So I'm assuming they just were like, fuck it, we're just gonna leave them.
That or they weren't their shoes. Maybe they were someone else's. But they were pretty clean. So I don't know. It was kind of weird. But we did run into like 2 different groups before that too, or the one other group off the other area too. So
all I wanted to know was the other entrances and exits, because whenever we decided to finally call the day, because we went there for almost 6 hours. So
we got there at 2:30 a.m. We left at like 8:30. Basically, it was like 8:30 in the morning when we left.
It was just a lot. I just wanted to get out already by that time. It took us a while to find our exit, even though it didn't feel like that we walked a lot, to be honest.
No, it felt like we walked a lot. Sorry, everyone.
It's busy as always.
Yeah, it's hard to explain. It's really hard to explain. Oh, don't you hate that? You get all excited. You're like, yay! I'm gonna get. Oh man, I gotta wait. Sorry for your disappointment there, Sardi, but hopefully it's even as good as you're hoping it will be. Because otherwise, yeah, the wait sometimes can be disappointing. But I'm sure it's gonna be fantastic. So.
Somewhere speaking French. That one, salute, that's French.
Ah. What's California? Is that from California. Well, salute to you, Get Your Squid. We appreciate everyone, again, for dropping in to talk for a little bit, because, again, we didn't have a whole lot going on. So we decided to just jump on, especially while we're over here, just kind of hanging out, relaxing, just enjoying the holidays. Oh, he's so not disappointed. Sorgi wanted to put it twice. Yeah, that's fine. I don't say in that sense, it felt like it walked a long way. But I think when we're going into new areas, it feels longer because we don't know what we're looking for or what we're seeing. But on the way back, I want to say that first half going back, it felt like nothing. It felt like we were already back at that first big kind of four-way turn. We were back there like instantly. But it was the very long, that last exit part that I've already been in twice that really seemed like it really felt like it lasted forever. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because we were tired and like, okay, we're almost done. Sore. I don't know. It was kind of weird.
Just to put it simple, basically down there, a bunch of routes you can take. And then you get to these huge runes, you can call it like runes or whatever. So people, they just put like random stuff. Like, for example, they can call this one, I don't know.
The lantern room.
The lantern room. So a bunch of lamps. They just brought down some lamps and they just put them over there in a creepy way. So it looks, weird. And then there was the one with broken glass. There was another one with.
That was the glitter room or something like that. The glitzer room or something like that.
I don't know. Then there was another one with the Egyptian symbols.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was another one with only like sea monsters or whatever, anything from the sea, like fish, octopus or whatever.
Oh yeah, and the other one really only had like cartoon characters,
Yeah.
like cartoon mural spray paint, which are all really well done for the most part. Actually, really well
So
done.
if you're really into like graffiti art stuff, it's basically like a museum down there that you need to explore, like every room or whatever.
The lantern room, I will say, I don't want to be that guy that hung it up over the well or the pit. It was literally like one lantern we could see from the main tunnel. We were like, that's kind of weird, and realized what it was later and went back. But it's hanging over literally this like well or pit that drops probably at least 60, 70 feet?
Probably.
Something like that. I don't know if it used to be a well and it dried up at some point, or if it was just some pit. I thought maybe it was a fire pit, but it was like, oh
And
no,
then
it's
there's just a bunch of areas that you can see that people have made some sort of seats, so they just chill and cook or whatever.
yeah, like that big round table area we found with the pillars.
Yeah.
But then a lot of tunnels are collapsed. They've been blocked up.
Of course, there's the other ones that the runes that they do. I don't know, sacrifices or whatever. But you can see the little like candles.
Oh yeah.
So with weird symbols like satanic symbols or whatever. So either they're doing it just to fuck with people, or they truly do stuff over there. Who knows?
Or at least used to, because it didn't really look like a lot of it had been touched in quite a while.
Still.
But yeah, but there were definitely candles, especially in some of the tunnels. Quite a bit. There were like little spots with candles, and some of that's with lighting.
You can tell that it was made on purpose, or just to be creepy too.
Oh. But yeah, when you literally have to crouch so low for me, and I'm 6 foot. When you're crouching so low, and some of it's in muddy-ish water, some of it's in dry, but when you're crouching down and you literally have to take your backpack off because you're hitting the ceiling still, and even for me, I had to like crawl on my knees half the time because I literally was just I couldn't crouch down that long, because some of those ones felt like they lasted for a while too, and a couple of them we did it twice because we went back thinking we made a mistake, and then we're like, oh no, we gotta go that way again, and went back through it. That's a killer. It's a killer.
And you do need a map, especially the people that we found. They were like, no, you guys are crazy. You guys cannot go with just descriptions, or with the shit that we had.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they were like, no, here's a copy of the map, or just take a picture of this map, because otherwise you guys are gonna get lost.
Oh, easily, and even with the map, we were still like confused as hell for a second on where we were. And everyone down there we met, I mean, everyone says watch out, who you're down there with or whatever, and that's true. That's fair. That's fine. Everyone down there was pretty cool. I mean, the one girl was like, hey, yeah, do this. They're up there. There's some people up there. Go here, here, here. When we ran into those people, the guy, they were like, you're crazy. whatever. And they were like, where are you from? You know, and they're like, do you have the map? No. They tried to do a transfer of the map for me, but it didn't work. Because also, where we ended up, I'm going to estimate that we're at least 150 feet underground. I'm going to guess about 150 feet underground at that point. Because you could look up and you could tell you know, as soon as you go in there, you have no service. So we were trying to Bluetooth stuff, the maps. Finally, we just took some photos. That also kind of causes some issues because they weren't fully connected in the sense of how I took the photos or got them. So, hey, we tried. We went in, we did it, and now I'm paying for it physically.
I'm paying for it too, even though I'm just 5'4". So.
Yeah, you had a lot. Well, you had a lot easier time than I did.
I was carrying a backpack too. So.
Well, so was I, but I had to take mine off because I literally couldn't fit through some of the tunnels with it on.
Because the freaking waivers thing is they were so heavy.
That and I kept. There. For some reason, I forgot to take my glasses off before I went in, so I put them on my head, and I kept, for a while, I forgot they were up there until I kept hitting my head, and they literally scratched my non-scratch. Well, I might. Oh, that glare does not work. Maybe have to get those lenses replaced. That's okay. It's what we do. Joey, don't be selfish. Drive 12 hours. We do it. So any other special plans for you guys? Because as of tomorrow, or for the other holidays. Yeah, Joey, for a few hours. We do it all the time to film things. And we're literally there for an hour. Or just video call. Whatever works. But so any other special things going on for anyone? Not even just relating to Christmas today or the holidays, but like maybe New Year's. Anyone have any special plans? Because as we said, we have a couple things coming up here in Paris over the next 4 or 5 days that we planned. But we really, other than that, we're just trying to like relax. And then we have a overnight stay in another European city for a night. Not too much, but other than that, we'll be back on the basically like the first in the U.S. So, anyone else have any special things going on? Also, to include again New Year's, and that covers the entire holiday season. So, I'm not going to complain with that because I'm not able to really watch it too much. I mean, I can stream, but you know, a lot of the games are late night, so I'm not going to sit up and just watch some live stream of it. So I just kind of catch up on scores and the box stats and stuff like that the next day. Which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Luckily, you know, we have all the technology now. We can stream things. We can see the games later on pretty quickly. People post that stuff all the time, so. Cheers to you, Joey. Cheers to you. Can't complain with those types of plans. I mean, especially if it's a holiday and people don't, if you don't have anything to do, obviously. Some people still work. Unfortunately, you know, they have to, so. But if you don't have to do shit, especially like you, all your stuff, you know, for the most part, you get to do it from where you are, so. More to you. I'm sure Yvette will love dealing with you. But she'll probably drink more than you will. Where is Yvette right now to like complain about you two? She's not on here. Oh, that reminds me. Thinking of plans. Apologize. I totally got distracted here. As we were talking. Make sure too, I'm going to put this in in the description box here. I'm going to put the link to this Let me do this here quickly. Apologize. We will be live tomorrow night, the 26th, at I believe it is 7 Eastern. Yeah, I guess it's 8 Eastern. Apologize. Time zones. But when you put this in, you'll see it tomorrow. I just dropped the link, which should come out as a link itself. Let me know if it does. We're going to be live tomorrow on Canopsy Explorers, doing a little chat for about an hour, hour and a half with them about some of our overall experiences at different locations, different content and stuff. They're really cool, so check out their channel right here. You can find it run through that link. It's on their channel. We're going to be streaming with them through their channel, so that's why. It's not on mine. It's through theirs. So, but we're going to be live with them tomorrow night. Again, I believe it should be at 8 Eastern. So it's going to be a late night tomorrow for us because obviously we're in Paris. So it's going to be like 2 in the morning for us to do this with them tomorrow night. But we've been planning for a while. We just decided to take this trip later on. Oh, okay, sweet. Thank you, Joey. It didn't show as a hyperlink on my end for some reason, so. But yeah, definitely check us out tomorrow night. Again, probably like 8 Eastern for like hour and a half. We'll be on their channel talking about stuff. Different explorers. Again, they're really cool. They have a bunch of good content too, so definitely go check them out. And if you can, join us tomorrow. I'll probably bring that back up later on. Let's get in here. We see Tag Guy in here now. Where are you going to the States there? Where are you going to the States, Tag Guy? The Fiesta Bowl. Fiesta Bowl, yeah. Marquette, yeah. And the Peach Bowl, yeah. Yeah, it sounds like a good... Well, it sounds like a good New Year's plan, yeah. That definitely does. Definitely does. Iowa to the... Not to Ames, Iowa. Back to Ames. No, probably not Ames, but... But... Well, it sounds like a lot of people have some plans. I mean, obviously we'll be traveling, so that's our plans. Which again kind of sucks, but at least I'll be back for some of the bigger bowl games after I get back home. So that's okay. It happens. I always go back and rewatch them. Oh God. Yes, I would love to see Mateo sack his older brother for us. That'd be awesome. That would be. That would be awesome. Going specifically into football talk now. But yeah, that would be pretty awesome, actually. I kind of like it. We'll see if the Beavers knew what they were doing. Let's see what we got here. So what's the best thing? Did anyone get anything exciting today? Any gifts, presents, that sort of thing? Joey probably got alcohol. That's cool. No. No one got any gifts? That's crazy. I didn't either. That's okay. I like it that way myself, to be honest. I'm not much of a gift person. I'm a terrible gift buyer And yeah. Studio lamps, those like the lighting, the lighting lamps, so to say. Is that what you're talking about, Sorgy? Oh. You disappeared for a second. I was like, where'd you go?
I'm so sick.
Well, I know. That's like we said, yeah. As soon as we got here, literally as soon as we got here, Sam caught something, unfortunately, and then I've not been great either. And then the other night really didn't help your situation, and it didn't help me.
You need to give me credit because I survived.
Oh yeah, no, you survived, and it was dusty down there, which is weird.
Yeah, that just made everything worse for me.
Yeah, I don't know why it was so dusty down there. It was weird. Oh well, Joey, now I gotta know what gift hasn't arrived. And whoa. Okay, cool it there. You can cool it on the natty stuff.
Oh god.
Blah blah blah. I don't want to hear any Oregon jokes. Hey, that makes a good day. A lot of food.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's like that makes a good day. Can't come up with that. You plan, or other people are getting from you? Because I mean, I guess you can get yourself gifts. You just act surprised when they come, like, oh, so nice, thanks me. I do that a lot, so. It's like I do that a lot. Like, you can do that.
No, he gets pissed, especially when I get him new T-shirts.
Yeah, I'm not a gift. I don't like getting stuff from people because I'm terrible at getting other people's stuff. So yeah, whenever he gets a shirt or something, I'll be like, oh, thank you. Then I feel awkward.
It's
I don't
really
know
easy
why.
to find a T-shirt for you. You just need to be something related to Oregon. That's it. It's just easy.
Well, it's easy, but yeah. So I just give you Nike and Vans and Hot Topic stuff.
I don't like
Hot Topic.
the fuck. I'm not in high school anymore. Yeah, I just wear like T-shirts, so anything black, that works.
Oh man. Oh, see.
Yeah, he says something even nicer than what you say. You didn't even say thank you.
I. Fuck you.
You
There.
did not say.
There's your.
You did not say thank you.
Well, I know you said you wanted to get another retro one. I know the retro duck ones, but they were out, which is not shocking because the retro ones are very hard to get. That's the fighting duck. They're hard to get, and they're more expensive usually. That's why the one I wear looks so beat out too, because I've had it for years. I'll try to look for it too, because it comes and goes. They only put it out a couple times a year, I think. Joey, you don't need cash. You're like loaded. Even though I will leave it at that. You're loaded, Joey. Well, telling you or proving it, there's two different things there. Because unless they just, like, oh, it's already confirmed, just we don't have the ticket yet because, sometimes they don't put out tickets till later, obviously, especially if you're far in advance. So I'm not even going to put that up for you, Joey. I'm not even going to give you that type of recognition for that type of blasphemy. I'm not even going to put you up on that. Joey, you're not a mod, so I can actually block you And I'm the owner, so I can actually time you out. Remember that. And then I'll have to text you tomorrow and apologize.
Yeah.
Nah.
Alright.
It's not been a bad day, though. Not bad. I mean, just lazy day. Lazy day.
We're just trying to recover, that's all.
Yeah. That's a big one because tomorrow we got a couple things we're going to try to do. And then rest for a couple days. And then we're off and have to go see another city for 12, 13, 14 hours.
And I would say the only thing random that I found, at least in my perspective, is freaking KFC.
Oh.
They don't sell chicken. I mean, they do sell chicken.
Yeah. Let's correct that really quickly. The KFC here does sell chicken. Just not chicken legs or chicken wings or breasts. They just sell
Just chicken tenders. So the bucket is just full with chicken tenders.
chicken tenders, chicken sandwiches, wraps, and salads. But that's what happens when you go to other countries. But we just try not to. We've ordered a couple times just because he's been kind of sick, and we're just like, screw it. We'll just order something, and that's what comes up. It's easy. It's close. It's not bad price. So we've ordered a couple times. But yeah, it's one of those things when you go to other places, you're always like, oh yeah, I forget they changed the menus. But that's weird because there is a chicken place down the street, and they full out like sell everything, like chicken leg, chicken. Maybe we should try that one day before we leave.
Okay.
They just don't deliver, so we'll have to go into the store here. But Joey, you're just trying to get timed out. Hold on, I can time you out, Joey. It gives me the option. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to be nice. I didn't even notice that last comment until just now. I can time you out, though. But it's almost midnight here. Again, we've got a couple things we got to do tomorrow, take care of. Nothing important, but, stupid stuff, so to say, I guess. In the sense of that's what we do, is pretty much stupid stuff. So, one, happy holidays to everyone. This is not the most opportune time, as noted, to do a live stream, especially on a holiday. And it's earlier there. It's late for us, but we appreciate everyone who stopped by, checked in, and, if anyone watching this is new here, make sure to hit that subscribe, hit the like button for the video, check out our other stuff. We appreciate that a lot. We're trying to keep growing it. That's why I've been doing it. And again, I'll drop the link, but make sure to check us out tomorrow. It should be at 8 Eastern, 7 or 8 Eastern. I'm pretty sure it's 8 Eastern time, but I'll, again, make sure I do this correctly. I will make sure to drop this link. You guys can save it if you want. I will also be putting this through my Twitter as a tweet here, probably after this show or a little bit later tonight. So tomorrow morning for us, just to remind some people, and you guys can jump in and kind of help out the chat. Have any specific questions for us, for them? Be cool. We'll be doing like an hour and a half with them. Again, they have some good content too, so check them out if you like the explore stuff. But again, hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your Christmas there, as well as your football. If you guys are watching the NFL over there, we're gonna just chill out here for a little bit longer. But again, we got to go to sleep too eventually because we've got some stuff to do tomorrow. So, one, thank you guys for coming. Appreciate you guys, and we will see you guys on the next show. Have a great rest of your holiday.